Hi, everybody. This is Clara Colomb with Partnership Realty, and I am in a team with Laura Beltran at Silver Lining Realty Group. And today's Thursday, and so every Thursday we do something called Do You Know? And today I just want to talk about 10 different things about Port St. Lucie in case you're deciding that you want to live here. 10 different pros and cons about Port St. Lucie that I think is important for you to know. And you're planning to move to Port St. Lucie, which is part of the Treasure Coast. And so I moved to Port St. Lucie in 2018. And I have to say that from 2018 to now to 2023, major growth in many areas. And so it's not the little quaint town that it was in 2018. And it's not a small, it used to have the appearance of a small town, and now it's like a little city because people have been moving from all over. Before COVID, during COVID, it slowed down a bit, but here we are in 2023, and people continue to move in Point St. Lucie. And why do people want to live in Point St. Lucie? And so it happens to be that Point St. Lucie is a very safe city. It's one of the safest city in the country, in fact. And so when people want to retire, they want to come to a place that's very safe. And if you have a family, you want to bring the children to a community or a city that is very safe. And so Point St. Lucie is on the map on one of the safest city in the country. Very low crime. The third thing I want to talk about is the weather. Okay, so and also the wildlife in here in Point St. Lucie here in Tradition. Well, the weather, you know, in the winter we have the weather's like 60, 70 degrees, and that's a wonderful thing. It's just great. You might want to put a little sweater on. That's it. No big deal. Nothing like coming from New York City. I'm a New York City girl, so it's different in the winters over there. In May and September, we have the really heat, and it gets very hot, and the humidity is very high. But I've been in Florida for the last 21 years, and so that doesn't bother me at all. You get used to the heat, to be honest, and a little bit of wildlife. People come here and says, "Oh, I don't want to move to Florida because of the alligators." Well, alligators are more afraid of you than you are of the alligators. Alligators, if you leave them alone and you don't go close to them, they're not going to bother you. They've been here way longer than we have been here. This is their home. So that is not negotiable. We're not going to get rid of all the alligators. Of course, if you have one that's acting out and it could be a harm to the community or to the area, you just call wildlife and they will come and they will, you know, take care of the alligator. But they're not going to kill the alligator. It's not going to happen. So you have to live with the alligators. And the other things that I here in Florida or right here in Port St. Lucie is the sandhill cranes. They are so beautiful, but they do stop the traffic sometimes on my way out of my community. I just have to stop my car because the whole family is crossing the street and it's taking a long time. But you can't rush them. All right, they have rights too. And we also have the manatees also in the ocean that we have to be very careful with. If you're in a kayak or you're in a boat, we have to be very careful with our manatees. So that's Florida. Okay. And so if you're thinking about moving to Florida or you're thinking about moving to Port St. Lucie, these are the wildlife you're going to encounter besides the other raccoon and all the other stuff. I want to mention also with weather is the hurricane. Hurricane is from June to November. And We don't get as bad as other cities in Florida, but we get them. We get the winds and the rains and stuff like that, and it could be a little scary. But we have impact windows and we have shutter panels if you don't have impact windows, and so to protect your home, so you're gonna be fine. And so they always advertise what to buy, and if you need any help, there's always people that will help you put panels up or whatever the case may be. So you get used to this season from June to November. You'll get used to it. Okay. The fourth item I have on my list is affordability, and that's a real big concern for me because there is not a lot of affordability housing here in Point St. Lucie, and but we're working on that. We're working, and I think Laura could talk more about affordability because Laura, my team partner, she's part of a group that they go to Tallahassee and they speak to legislators about this concern about housing affordability. And prior to COVID, the prices of the homes in this area in Point St. Lucie was they were very affordable. When I bought this home, it was affordable. COVID came, interest rates went up, home prices went up, the low inventory increased the price even higher, and it was a whole issue of supply and demand, and that forces prices to go up. And so that's what we've been seeing for the last 4 or 5 years here in Point St. Lucie, and I think across the country as well. And so we have all these builders in Point St. Lucie. We got tons of builders in Point St. Lucie, and they continue to build. But what we're seeing, because the interest rate has gone up, the prices have been very high. And so it slows down the buying market. Hopefully we'll be back on track again now in 2024. The interest rates are beginning to come down a little bit. We're hoping to see some relief, and we'll get people to buy again, because people become afraid of high interest rates. So that's one of my major concerns is housing affordability here in Point St. Lucie. I came here because I retired, and so I was looking for a nice lifestyle living, gated community with lots of amenities, and I found that. And in Point St. Lucie, most of the homes, especially in tradition, are 55 active community. We do have homes that are non-55, but most of them are 55. This is, I would say, a retirement town tradition. If you're looking to retire, this is a perfect place to it. And I will talk more about other reasons why it is a good fit for retirement. So that's the issue about affordability. If you're gonna buy, and you're coming from the north, I'm pretty sure you're not gonna have any problems, especially now that the interest rates are going down. The fifth one is the location where Point St. Lucie is at geographically in the map. We're like 2 hours from Miami, 2 hours going north to Orlando, and going west to northwest to Jacksonville. It may be 3.5 hours. My son lives in Jacksonville, so it's almost like three and 3.5 hours. But we're riding like in the hub. It's so nice because, if you want to take the kids to Disney or to SeaWorld, it's about a 2 hour ride from Point St. Lucie. If you just want to spend the weekend in Miami, in Calle Ocho, or whatever it is that you want to go do over there at the beach in Miami, it's like only 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours, depending on the traffic. So it's so nice because you could go different directions, and you're right in the middle. And so that's a great location to be at. All you have to do is just hop on the turnpike or 95 and you're there. That's the options you have in terms of the roads you could take. Number 6, the item that I have for number 6 is property tax. And that's a major concern for me personally because Point St. Lucie has one of the highest property taxes. I would say, in the state. And but we're working on it. I know that the city is the mayor is working on the taxes to bring it down. There's a big growth here in Point St. Lucie, and and the property tax is still very high. So people have a lot of concerns with that. Now, if you came from, very north on Jersey or other states that taxes are much higher, you may not see our taxes that high. But currently they are pretty high. And so it's important that you know that before you buy a property, that the taxes that you see when you buy the property are not going to be your taxes. Those are the taxes of the owner prior to you buying the taxes. So be very careful about that. But I just want to say that we do have exemptions. We have kind of different exemptions that you could apply for when you get here to Florida. So once you buy here, your realtor or your lender can share the different exemptions that you may qualify, and it could save you money with the taxes. So that's what's a good thing about living here in Florida. Okay. The seventh thing I want to talk about is downtown. We don't have a downtown. Point St. Lucie doesn't have a downtown. And it's supposed to be in US 1 in near the Civic Center. And the Civic Center does a lot of special events. They're really good at events and activities. But it's far from being a downtown. We don't have a downtown, not like Fort Pierce. Fort Pierce does have a downtown, and it has restaurants and boutiques, and it has a marina with a boat, and you have a lot of restaurants in those areas. It's really, really nice. And they have art gallery also. So Fort Pierce does have a downtown, but Point St. Lucie does not. And I understand they're in the making of bringing different things to our area, Point St. Lucie tradition. And I think that one day we will have a downtown in close to tradition. As we continue to grow, and the need for more things to do for families will be needed. So, but just to let you know, Point St. Lucie does not have a downtown. Okay. But we do have like Stewart. Stewart has a downtown, and there's a lot of restaurants and boutiques and art galleries, and they have the Green Market, just like Fort Pierce, and so there's a lot to do. And then you got the Port Solano area, which is for me is a fishing village. If you like fishing, boating, kayaking, that's a place that you might want to visit or live nearby. So going to my ninth item, and that's about traffic. And with this growth, when people are moving to a certain area and it's a big growth, you're going to have traffic issues, especially if the community or the city was a small rural area at one time, quaint, and so the roads are different. And so they didn't need so much roads before. And now, with all the people coming in every year, people are coming in from different places. There's a need to have better roads, bigger roads, and I think the city Point St. Lucie is doing a great job with that. There's still more traffic than it used to be. And, I mean, compared to 2018 when I moved here to 2023, I would say the major growth brought a lot of traffic. People have cars. Sometimes they have two cars per family. And so, we don't have, like New York City, we have a subway, and, that we don't have that here in Point St. Lucie. So you need a car. A car is not a luxury. It's it's a necessity. So that causes a lot of traffic jams and stuff like that. And so, But I have to say, Port St. Lucie is working on the roads. They've developed new roads and they're fixing things so that there won't be as much traffic jam with the new growth that's coming into Port St. Lucie in the tradition area. Um, my ninth thing is that Point St. Lucie is really a great place for retirement. It's a real hot spot for retirement. And there was a time when everybody went to South Florida, maybe Miami and Delray Beach and Fort Lauderdale. But people come to Port St. Lucie to retire because there's so many lifestyle luxury homes here for 55 active retirees. And in these luxury lifestyle properties, there's a lot of amenities. We got pickleball and tennis and golf and bocce. And then in the clubhouse, both the resident and the lifestyle director have so many events. I mean, all day long, you could be in different activities and events. You got the fitness center as well, and you have the game room, and there's so many things to do just inside the lifestyle community, and you don't even have to leave the community. Everything is here for you, and so with that, I say that this is a great hotspot for retirement. Um, it's not as affordable as it was before, but it's certainly a great place to retire. You know, and the last thing I want to talk about is diversity in Port St. Lucie, which is part of Treasure Coast. We have a lot of diversity here. People are coming from all over, and when you have people coming from all over, then a lot of our communities start growing culturally, and so we have a lot of different restaurants that leads itself to different cultures, and we have the Italian restaurants and the Asians and the Latin, a lot of different Hispanic restaurants from different parts of the Latin community, Peruvian, Cuban cuisines, Mexican cuisines, and there's lots and lots of restaurants opening up in the Port St. Lucie area. And I'll tell you, you could go to a different restaurant every day. So I think this is a great hot spot. And I can see it's going to grow even more. And we have a lot of community events as well outside of our luxury lifestyle community. Right outside of tradition, we have different events every weekend, food trucks and the green market, and so there's something for everybody. Depending on your interests, you'll find something here for everybody in Port St. Lucie, in the tradition area. So if you're interested in buying and you want to buy in Port St. Lucie, just hit us up. And we're here to help you develop a buyer's plan. And we'll work with you. Laura and I will work with you. And just call us. We're here and we're here for you. And I want you to have a great night. And I will see you again next Thursday. Have a great night. And I'll see you soon.